everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my anime journal. It's been a while. How have you guys been? Um, yeah, I just haven't been watching a huge amount of anime recently. Now, this is my anime journal, and so this isn't in terms of watching anime, but it's still anime related. Went to an anime convention. I guess it was about 2 weeks ago now. Um, oh yeah, that was a blast. I really did that. So I went. I cosplayed as Miyamizu Mitsuha. So that was a lot of fun and proper full cosplay. Like I didn't have like pants under it or anything like that. Um, but yeah, so that was neat. I hadn't dressed up like that before. I did do one or a couple kind of cosplays before, but they weren't as intense. And I did do this all 3 days this time. That was definitely an interesting experience. Um, and the wig did not have the easiest time. It's funny, like the little back part. Like if you look at um what she looks like. She has like the hair has like this sort of, it's not really a bun, but it's not quite a ponytail either. But it's like it's braided and it kind of comes up but it's very heavy. Like I didn't expect it to be quite so heavy, but it's like it definitely is. It didn't have the easiest time staying up. Um, but yeah, that was fun. And also like in terms of the events, like a lot of the ones I went to are just kind of like user generated stuff. Like we had the AMV contest, the singing contest, the talent show, the cosplay contest, um, the dancing contest, and so those were all just like people from the con would just choose to participate in those kinds of things, and that's all fun. Just seeing what people at the con are like. The part of what you go for is just the other people. Just being around other people in cosplay and talking to just random people, and being with friends as well. Um, but I did go to a couple like other ones. Like there was the swimsuit contest, which is not like the other contests. It's not user generated. It's more like, I'm not sure if it's improv or if it's scripted. Like a lot of it is improv. But yeah, it's meant to be humorous as well as lewd, and they just have like all these eccentric characters who kind of like show off their stuff, and um often end up being less dressed after showing off who they are than they were at the beginning, which is just part of the event. um and then well, yeah, that was a lot of fun. But and also another big one that I went to was the Iris and Crony quiz show. So that was interesting. So yeah, Iris and Crony, they're both like from Hololive English, but they're so they kind of played up the fact that they're from different countries. So it was like a quiz. I guess they did say in that event, don't, like, what happens here stays here. But it's not like I'm gonna necessarily like spoil anything about who they are. um like they did say some things, some like secrets that I'm obviously not gonna share. um but in terms of like the way that the event kind of played out, it was all about like Canada and Japan, because Iris is from Japan and Crony is from Canada, and so they had to answer questions about the other person's country. But then if they got wrong, they had to get a punishment done. and if they got it right, then the other person had to take a punishment. However, they could also throw their punishment in onto some random person from the audience, or they could get someone random from the audience to answer the question for them, in like a sort of like yeah TV quiz show kind of idea. Or they could just do it as many times as they wanted, and so yeah, that was a fun event. Yeah, they both said some fun stuff. Some of the audience members reacted like very extremely to it. Well, because it is like it's not just like a regular live stream, because they have that audience interaction. And they would even like like say the names of the people in the audience. That there was one person who was like very very energetic about the fact that one of them said her name, and so that got a little hectic. That was fun though. That was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, and there was an Irish concert as well, but I did not get a chance to go to it because the line was a little too long for my taste. Also got to just hang out with a lot of people. Like we had a lot of meals together, like 2 meals a day that were often like kind of events in and of themselves. Also, I got to see Brian Drummond. What was it, panel, and even got to take home a big like kind of poster thing. It wasn't meant as merch. It was just to show off who like oh yeah, this guy is gonna be here, and so I was just allowed to just take this thing home, and it was signed, and it's just gigantic. It is actually huge. But yeah, that's fun, and yeah, he's voiced Vegeta and Ryuk, and just some various other like anime characters, and I think them from video games and stuff as well. But yeah, it was cool seeing him. Just getting this random piece of unintended merch because they're just like, oh well, we just need to get rid of these. We'll just give them out to random people we find. So yeah, that was cool. Um, yeah. So in terms of actual anime that I've seen, obviously as I said, I haven't seen much. But I still have seen 10 here because that's what I usually do. Um, so we're starting off with Star Twinkle Precure. So this is cute. Um, that's its main appeal. It's very cute. So Precure, like obviously each one has a different theme. So Star Twinkle has like a kind of outer space theme. Um, there is similarities. What was it? Asteroid. Um, the anime Asteroid, Koisuru Asteroid. This one isn't. No, Koisuru Asteroid was like it should have been Yulier. This one isn't. I guess this one could have been Yulier as well. It really could have been. Like Hikaru and Lala, if they like I don't know kissed, that they wouldn't have done that on a kid show. But I mean, if they did, that would be cute. Um, but anyway, um, they're all very pretty. I really like Lala. Lala is just a cool girl. Yeah, or alien. But I mean, it's funny. She's meant to be an alien. She does have alien features. Like she has like these two blobs that come out of her head. But the canonically they do like change their from their original form into humans. So it's not like oh somehow there's just randomly these humanoids that live on another planet. No, it's magic. It's like they can just change their form. It's sort of like well, I mean some types of octopus can do that as well. So it's not necessarily doesn't have to be magic. can just be sci-fi. Um, but although it is a magical girl anime, so it could be magic as well. Yeah, Lala's cute, Karu's cute. They're all cute. And Lala also has something funny. Has like this kind of loon particle that she has at the end of her sentences, which, like, it could just be explained off as, oh, it's just like a nya, or like one of those sorts of like gemma, or those sorts of there's like things that people just say at the end of their sentences. Um, or was it Desu or Nano Day? Those sorts of just things that people just throw at the end of their sentences. It totally could just be that. But what I want to believe is that it's just like a leftover from her main language. In the same way that, like, say you have like Malaysians who will just have like la at the end of their words, even when they're speaking in English, they'll still like keep the la because, well, like, the la serves a purpose that English does not have an equivalent for. It's like you're kind of thinking in your own language, and then it's like, well, like I would say la here, but then like in English, the English doesn't have that. So like, what do? You like translate everything over, and the la is just kind of brought over because it's just easiest to do it that way. And I want to believe that it's just the same way, that it's like, well, how would I say this in my language? Well, and she is canonically like Japanese as her second language. So it's like you kind of translate it over, and it's like you have to keep the loon. That's her kind of version of that. That there's like this kind of loon that can't translate it over into Japanese. Japanese doesn't have an equivalent of that. So it's like, well, gotta just keep the loon in there. And her relatives and, other people that she grew up with, they still do that same thing. They keep the loon as well. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's just me being a language nerd, but that's, I don't know. I found that neat. Um, and like that could just be like reaching a little too deeply into a kid's show, but yeah, I like that part. And the cat girl. The cat girl is very pretty. To talk about fully about the cat girl is like a little spoilery, but yeah, she's very cute. She, and she's sort of like, what was it, like a kaito, like a, what was it, a thief? But I don't know. She's cute. She does remind me a little bit of Saint Tail. Um, just because of, like, what she's able to do, like kind of able to like trick people and stuff, and get away with things. I don't know. I like her though. She's very cute, and she's a cat girl. Cat girls are nice. Um, but yeah. Out of all the Precures, like, I didn't like this one as much as Smile or as Hugto. You didn't. Smile, part of why I like Smile is just because it is my first one. Like, if I'd started out with Star Twinkle, I might have been like, oh my god, this is incredible. But like, I've kind of gotten used to what Precures are like, so I think part of like it's kind of like lost its magic on me in a way. But I don't know, like, if it's like actually inferior, or if it's not as special anymore. But I thought it was cute. Thought it had a lot of nice things in it. And I think it wouldn't be a bad start. Um, like, if you're starting out on just any Precure, if you like, I'd say it wouldn't be a bad choice. Like, I think you could get your feet wet with this and like kind of like ease your way into the Precure franchise through Star Twinkle. Like, it wouldn't be a bad option. Let's say something like I've watched what was it, like Mahou Tsukai Precure and Kila Kila Precure a la mode, like those ones were definitely worse, and like I would definitely not recommend those to someone who had never seen a Precure before, because I think it would turn them off of the series. Whereas this, like, if you don't like this, you probably won't like other Precures anyway. So it's actually probably not a bad place to start. um. So yeah, it was cute, and it had a nice space theme to it. And again, yeah, like this versus Koisuru Asteroid. Not that they're similar anime, but they do both have a space theme. I guess there's another magical girl space one. The what was it? The Subaru one. God damn it, I can't remember the name of it. I know there's another magical girl one in space, but it's not very good. But yeah, after that, I finished Gintama apostrophe, and I think it's just pronounced Gintama. Let's just call it Gintama apostrophe because that's just it's not easier to say. It's more just easier to differentiate. But yeah, so Gintama apostrophe, it's people like calling it season 2. It is season 5, at least in my mind, because that's how it aired in Japan. But over here in North America, it is considered season 2 because we just like grouping the first 4 seasons and pretending it to be one season for some reason. But yeah, and it would be confusing to an American audience to call this season 5 because there's in the American line there's a different season that's season 5, and yeah, whatever. So just call it apostrophe. Just to shorten it, just don't even bother with the Gintama. It's just called apostrophe. And so yeah, I didn't like apostrophe quite as much as the original Gintama. Like I don't know. Like it was still decent, but and there was definitely some good jokes, some good entertaining arcs. Um, but overall, like I thought it was just a little weaker than the original. The first series, 201 episode one. Um, but yeah, it's I don't know. Still continue on. I've been watching some of the OVAs. Oh, actually, I'm probably gonna have to talk about some of them. But yeah, apostrophe. It was decent. I gave it a 7. I gave the first one an 8. So it's definitely lower. Yeah, and I did take a whole year. Like I'm still been watching it an episode a week. It feels nice just to kind of have it under my belt. But yeah, it was decent. And yeah, and the people who say like, oh yeah, it takes like 100 episodes to get good and stuff. Whatever. But after that, I watched Start Liner, and this is right. This was not like this is a music video, but it's not a music video. It's a idol music video, but it's not an idol music video like for a specific anime. Oh, it's for a video game though. But it's very cute, very cute. And yeah, it's that's kind of all I can say about it. It's cute. It has 3 very cute girls, and the animation is really well done as well. It's a fully animated. Well, I think it was fully animated, but yeah, it's cute. I'd recommend it. If you like music videos. Well, it's not related to an anime series, so it's not like, oh, if you like Bang Dream, it's like it is just its own thing. This next one actually is related to a series though. It's Kumorizora no Muko wa Hareteru, and this is a 22/7 music video, and it's also very cute. Yeah, and it is also well animated, and it has a really nice song. And not I didn't like it quite as much. There's one of the other ones, Tokuwa Jibu, that one. That one I prefer. But this one is, oh yeah, and this one has a different cast. Like all the other music videos as well as the TV series, they all have the same cast. But this one has it's a fully new set of girls. Um, and they're all very cute. And maybe we'll have another one sometime. I came up with an approximation of I forget what was it like I can't remember what I think it might have been like 22 divided by like 8 or something like that. Um, or I can't remember. It was a number that was like supposed to approximate e. But I don't know. I'm not sure why they did 22/7. Like it is an approximation for pi, so an approximation for e would be funny, but I don't think that's what they're gonna go with. Um, but yeah, if we do get a TV series of these girls, or even just more music videos, if I'd totally welcome more music videos of these same girls. They're very pretty. But yeah, a TV series would be fun. It's because I just like 22/7. Um, I I I think they did a good job of 22/7. I know some other people didn't like it, but I thought it was cute. And they had good girls, and it's nice seeing the girls from these music videos get it fleshed out. So they can do the same thing for these girls. Maybe release a couple more music videos with them, and then give them a full TV series. I think that'll be fun. I'd like that. But yeah, this was a good music video. If you like idols or music videos or 22/7, then I'd recommend watching this. Um, After that, yeah. So here's another Gintama. There's a couple Gintamas that I have to talk about. So Gintama Nanigoto mo Saiyo ga Kanji Nano de Tasho Senobisuru Kurai ga Cho Doyoi, or also known as Gintama Jump Festa 2005 special. Now, if you know anything special about the year 2005, is that it's actually before 2006, and 2006 is the year that the TV series of Gintama started airing. So that means that this predates the TV series. So obviously Gintama the manga had already been publishing since 2003. So it had already been publishing for a good 2 years before this existed. So there was already fans of the manga, as well as just people who like Jump. There's some people who are just like, oh, I don't really read Gintama much, but hey, sure, why not? I'll watch this. Um, and so, and they do kind of call out the fact that there are people there who are watching it not for Gintama, but for the rest of Jump. Like because that it's just this kind of serial thing that they have this Jump Festa, and they just have like a whole bunch of different like short, like they're specials. They're specials. So specials can air in any way, and these ones air, in real life, like to in like not like in the same way as a movie would. It airs in public, and a bunch of people will watch it, and but they're not like really, they're not movies. They're short, and they're not really short films either. They're not meant as a film. It's not like they have like this good special narrative to them. They're not made that way. They're made as a special, and yeah, this one. a decent amount of it is kind of just introducing you to the characters, like because part of it is to get people invested in Gintama. Well, because there are people there who actually buy the Jump magazines, but might just skip over the Gintama chapters. That it's like they're already buying the magazine, but they say like they're only reading like I don't know Naruto and I don't know it was Haikyuu publishing back then. Let's say Haikyuu. That they're just like reading these other manga that are in there, and it's like, well, like you kind of want to convince them that this other series, that your series is worth reading, um, but but then they also kind of just do things of like, oh, people here are, they're kind of forced to watch this, but really they're here for I don't know Dragon Ball or Naruto or One Piece or something, and obviously just because Gintama is just so kind of I don't know, like it kind of breaks the fourth wall a lot. It kind of jokes on the very format of the special, which I think is fun. I think they do a good job of it. For a special, it was entertaining. I liked it. And oh wow! After this, Paripi Koumei. Oh boy. Okay, so I have a little too much to talk about. Paripi Koumei is just a big anime. Not in terms of length, but just in terms of like I don't know cultural significance. Also, I actually got to see a Koumei or a Kong Ming cosplay at the convention. That was cool. I didn't get a picture, but he did a good job. He was even at the rave, which was fun. But yeah, so Paripi Koumei, it's about Kong Ming. He's and yeah, boy Kong Ming is the English title, and it's called that because like so he's like is it like a politician and so he has like all these like war tactics. I guess that's kind of what he does is like he's kind of war lord, war person, military strategist, and so he died and then he got reincarnated to be about half his age. And so he's at 26 like in terms of his body in this, but he's like I don't know 52 or something in terms of his mental age, which does mean that like in terms of his body he's kind of in the dating range of the girl Aiko. She's like 20. Like they could could theoretically get together, but he just because he is like so much mentally older than her, it would be a little weird. um in terms of their bodies, it would be totally fine. But yeah, also Aiko is a great girl. I'll get to Aiko. But yeah, Kong Ming, he has some interesting strategies and stuff, and obviously because he's comes from the past and like everything is brand new to him, but he gets invested in it really quickly. Like even though you'd kind of think, oh well, all this new technology and all this new music and stuff, that he'd be really opposed to it. Like he's not even a boomer, but he's like born at an age before that whole like set of generation names even was a thing. And yet he's able to adapt really quickly, and become like her manager. Which I don't know. I think he's just a cool guy. And he still wears his like traditional outfit, which is it's kind of cool having him in that the whole time. Like this kind of ancient Chinese garment. It's neat. And Aiko's a great girl. She's like a kind of up and coming artist. Like she's been doing music for a decent amount of time, but previously just hadn't really gotten much of anyone to pay attention to her. Just doing like small gigs and being largely ignored by everyone. Um, and that's why she needs a military strategist to help her get more popular. Like he knows all the tricks of the trade to get things happening. I mean, usually you don't think of the military and music having all that much in common, but he Ming is able to just like utilize the hell out of his military strategies. So yeah, very very cool anime. And yeah, like it is only 12 episodes, but like they managed to pack a lot into it. I would like a sequel though. A sequel would be cool. Um, it doesn't need one. Like I think like what we've seen, it kind of works as a nice package, but I'd still appreciate a sequel. Um, yeah. And it's also nice that it is such a small cast. Like that it's like these two very interesting, very good characters have a lot of good chemistry together. Um, and it's actually neat to have like a platonic male and female lead, um, and both of them being adults as well. Like that's pretty unique. But yeah, it's very cool. It's just a very very different anime. Like we just don't see things like this much. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend it, especially like if you're into music. If you're, I don't know if you're into military stuff. Like he uses military tactics, but it's not a military anime. Although if you like it for the tactics, like if you're not actually interested in the fighting, but you're more of like interested in like seeing what people come up with to like try to outcompete their enemies, that it actually still could be a good anime to watch. Just to like see like those same like strategies being used in a totally unrelated context. I think that would still be good, as long as that's what you enjoy it for. But if you just like watching people fight, and that's why you like military anime, then this wouldn't be for you. Um, but yeah, it's a very cool anime. And yeah, it's like a recent anime. After that, I watched Pui Molcar, and this one had been heavily recommended to me. Um, like insanely, people just seem to think, oh yeah, Pui Molcar, it is the best thing since sliced bread. It's hell, even sliced bread. It's like when you think about sliced bread, like it wasn't really that much of an innovation. Like when you compare it to Pui. No, but seriously, yeah, like people really do hype the hell out of it, but like, and it is fun. It's fun. Like it's cute. There's it's definitely also a very different series. Just from anime in general. Um, so it's stop motion, which is unique. Like it's not totally unique, but there's just not many stop motion anime out there. It's for kids, which most of the anime was is probably for kids. But yeah, it's like one of these like kids shorts, and most of these kids shorts just get like forgotten about. Say like Boo Boo Boy. Was that what it was called? Boo Boo Boy? I know I have seen other kids shorts. And yeah, Boo Boo Boy was terrible. It's actually disgusting. No one should watch it. Why does it exist? Um but yeah, Pui Molcar, it really does tackle some interesting ideas. It's also kind of funny how in their world they really do just treat humans as just being trash. like literally they do just kind of view as like, oh yeah, so yeah, like these Molcars, and they have adapted from guinea pigs. Like they were guinea pigs at one point, and but they've turned into cars. I remember Vsauce actually made a video about like why don't was it Veritas? It was definitely someone made a video about like why don't any animals have wheels, and there is a very logical biological reason for why animals don't have wheels, but these ones do, um, which not entirely sure how their inner biology works to have these wheels work, but somehow that makes sense for them. Like it's not totally outside of the realms of possibilities for animals. Like there's animals that have gears. That's interesting. Um, there's those animals that have like, was it? There's animals that have like kind of like, was it? Let's say like there's a mantis shrimp that has that like very quick snap. Like that's a thing that seems like out of science fiction, but they're like things like that can happen. So you theoretically could have an animal having wheels. Um, but yeah, these ones they are still guinea pig sized. But they store humans inside of them that are just like absolutely tiny humans, and these humans are just viewed as being like, yeah, like trash. That it's just like these weird little objects that go inside of them and can control them, like the mall cars are sort of like biomechs, but um like the mall cars can also, yeah, like operate on their own, and they have their own thoughts and feelings. Like they're sort of like pets, and then they're also sort of like vehicles. Um, but yeah, it's like they don't particularly mind. It's not like they're being enslaved. Like they're fine with the idea of moving people around. It's just that they don't have very positive opinions of their owners. I guess sort of like cats. Like cats aren't enslaved. Um, they're totally fine with their situation. They're just not a huge fan of humans. Oh, some of them are, and but they I think cats kind of view humans in a different way than dogs do. Like cats kind of view humans more of just kind of like this thing that you need to appease in order to get food. Um, and I think the mall cars kind of view humans in a similar way, like that they know they won't get fed if they don't help the humans get where they need to be. But if they didn't need to rely on humans for food, they just probably would not bother, um, you know, bending to the humans' will, because they're not the hugest fan of humans. Um, but and I guess like it's kind of showing humans as being trash to. I guess like it's a kid show. Like maybe it's to kind of like show like, don't be the kind of human that these wouldn't like, cuz it's it's not like all of the humans are villains. It's just showing like, don't be this way. Like, you won't be liked by your Molcar. um but yeah, but yeah, and they're obviously they're cute, and um yeah, it's just fun. It's it's silly. Like it's not like this super intellectual show. But and obviously it's not the best kid show either. Like there's things like Eye Cuts and Precure and Saint Tail. Um but yeah, it was fun. Um, I liked it, but I didn't think it was incredible like a lot of people seem to treat it as. But I don't know. Like I don't think people are lying. I don't think people are just like joking about this being good. Like I do think they genuinely think it's good. Um, and there are some trolls. Like you look at the graph on Mal about it of like the average person, and it's very clear that like the middle of the bell curve is an 8, which is really high. Um, but then you have like this massive spike of people who are all rating it 10, um, like almost as a meme. But I don't think it is a meme. I don't think people are just jokingly rating it 10. Well, I don't know. 'Cause it is fun. It's entertaining. Definitely a lot better than Baby Boy, which is also about cars. Yeah, I don't know, it was interesting. Um, after that, oh god. After that, I watched Kuso Suizo Kukan. Um, this was weird. So it just shows like a bunch of animals in an aquarium. It's I don't know. It's weird. Oh yeah, and they're like kind of like all combinations of different animals. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It's a very strange anime. It's also made for kids, but it's just not good. And it's also very short. Like it has like one minute episode and one 30-second episode. So yeah, it's weird. Um, yeah, wouldn't recommend it. Um, after that, I watched another Gintama. This one is the 2008 special. Um, yeah, I like this one. It was cool. On this one, I'm pretty sure this one was the one where they showed off a fake movie. Yeah, an imaginary Gintama movie. So, so they show off this like this joke movie of them being like epic samurai and stuff, but then they kind of pull back the curtain and show that it was all just a hoax and they're not actually making that movie. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. Yeah. Um, and after that, we are ending off this episode with Mera Mera. Mera Mera on the wall. No, that's not. That's not how that goes. Yeah, this is a Maureen Callie song. I didn't think it was amazing. Oh, apparently Mera Mera is something in One Piece. Mera Mera no Mi, Devil Fruit. I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So yeah, Mera Mera. It's I don't know really how to describe it. So it's like 3D CGI animation that it's not like particularly high quality CGI either. Um, and then Callie, it's like about half of it's in English and the other half is in Japanese. And I couldn't really get much of a message out of it either. Um, and the style of music wasn't really my favorite either. Just overall, it's not one of Callie's stronger songs. I don't think it's still alright, but I think she's done better. And as always, I think I am a little harsh on it as a Hololive music video, just because there are so many great Hololive music videos that it's like, oh well, compared to other ones, this is kind of garbage. But like, if I was reading it, if I just randomly stumbled across this, and say I was just binging like a whole bunch of garbage music videos and stumbled across this one, I don't think I would have had as strongly negative of opinion on it. It was more just like going in as a Hololive music video that it's like, oh, it's not as good as other Hololive music videos. But even as just a music video in general, it's not amazing. But yeah, that's my opinions on that. So yeah, that's all my thoughts for today. And I guess see you in a couple weeks. I don't really release these very often because I have to watch anime to talk about them. Also, so this is the end of this episode, but if you're still here, if you're actually still listening right now, um, I'm just wondering. Like, I've been reading more manga recently than anime. Than watching anime. I haven't been reading anime. Although I do read subtitles. But like, I'm just wondering if any of you would be interested in my manga journal. Um, like, I might as well just like ask you guys because I have been interested in just like, why not just collect my thoughts on that as well. But if no one's gonna watch it or listen to it or whatever, then maybe it's not worth bothering. But if even like two of you say that you'd like to, you would listen to my manga journal, I'll do it. I'll do it. Um, yeah. Just putting that out there. Um, anyway, thank you for watching or listening. Hope to see you again next time, and goodbye.